Hello everybody, here is Quilts, and today is the last day of the Gallente election, and I was surprised today that I I couldn't continue um, making points. The event window completely disappeared, and so it was about as clear as the sky that it was imperative to make a good use of everything I gathered till till today. And I was lucky enough to get everything I could just after the downtime in Dodixie, and I had some presidential candidate favor, but I needed more to in order to exchange them for some items. Uh, there was like an official items being sold, and there was very limited time. I wasn't aware because nobody there were no notice at all if the election hub was going to keep trading for the rest of the day or just 1 hour or it was already over. So I got everything I could. I brought in um, every single item I could into the uh, into Dixie, and there are two options: either sell them for diminished price or try to use them. I had no idea if this favors that I gain doing this event will be eligible another time. So I was completely screwed. I realized I had absolutely to do something. So I took everything I could and I exchanged it for drones. I got some drones, and that's it. I didn't. I sold the presidential favor. I didn't make a lot of money, and I was happy like that. Um, so now I have this. This ship here. Um, got this new ship here. With 27% missile uh, bonus and 50% fall off and optimal range bonus. So the missile will get about a third less effective against the vigilance, because one of the item uh, was this tensing modified guidance disruptor. I had to choose if whether to sell the presidential favor or try get these things. And I chose to try to get these things. I'm not sure if the price will keep up. They are pretty expensive. I never had an official module before. This is my first official module I, I, I ever got under my hand, and the price is ridiculously low for an official module. But you see that from the T2 version was 27%, and this is 30%. So two of these would be likely some diminishing return, I would say. So I'm not sure it will be 60% less missile velocity on your target. That would be huge. I think it would be more like 54% maybe, a little bit less than half. And I have some howitzer with Quake. It's doing 15 kilometers, and I have an optimal range neutralizer at about 16 kilometers also. The optimal range is obviously below, but at 15 kilometer I could try to kite someone, um, Yeah, I think a missile cruise or can go far out to 200 kilometers, but I'm small and fast, and it will be very hard to apply any damage to me. Um, Rapid precision missiles that have maybe 70 kilometers range. Yeah, that would be half of that. That would be 35-kilometer range. So I would have to get a lot farther away to stay away from those kind of missiles. But hand missiles, um, they can get to 30 kilometers with various extensions and stuff, and I can get, if I can get 50% less, that means he won't be able to hit me at all, because I'm also fast. I'm also 4,000 meters per second fast, and I can hit you beyond the 30 kilometers range, and I have drones with me. Not a lot, but I can drain your cap uh, all the time that I want. And a wormhole situation where you have to defend your ship, maybe you are going out with your Odysseus. You are trying to get around with your Odysseus, having some fun, exploring wormholes, and try to stay away from dangers as much as possible, and while trying to make a living. This is the point, to use the Odysseus as an exploration ship. Uh, Maybe you would find yourself in a situation where um, there's a gated camp uh, in a place that you need to get out. So what do, you clock up and you take one of your ship from the from the um, fleet hangar, and fit it the best as you can. Try to understand if it's a rail opponent, or it's missile opponent, or it's both. You might be alone against one or two opponents, even more. If you're alone, well, good luck. Electronic attack ships are a good way to test your enemy defenses, poking him a little bit, trying not to get destroyed. Don't let him land any hit to you. Just kite the guy or whoever he is and start testing his defenses and offensive skills. And that way you can get some intel back to your mothership, the dishes, and then you decide what is the case. If it's better to wait another window of operation, or try another fit and brute force your way in the guardians, that are on your route. And if it's anything and you are blocked, you can always pop out ticket to random ISAC spots, and get your ship, your crew, or mate with you out in the wild and back to safety. So today was the last day of the Gallente election. Gallente election says 15 hours remaining. Campaign is ending. Gallente election ends in 15 hours, 55 minutes and 40 seconds. But the hub where you go changing your points for items is gone. uh, I had it saved. I saved and locations. I think Galente's target Tenzin. Okay. So yeah, I had this Tenzin capsule outreach center beacon. It's still here. Maybe I'm wrong. I, I didn't see in uh, the last time I went in, or it's here in my personal locations, but it's not appearing in the system. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on, guys. I have no idea. Yeah, Gallente. All right. Statistics. Ships destroyed. Only 3 ships destroyed in Gallente. 2 in Botany. Other statistics. Alright, pilots in space. There's 93 pilots system right now in Dodixie. So I think it's pretty busy. So we are at the end of the event. So it's pretty busy at the moment because you need to change your points, your earned points, are earned points into something tangible. That can be a skirmish, item, or this Kensin officer disruption, or some skin stuff, or the drones. And all the drones I could get were the target painter ones. Um, Unfortunately, I couldn't get the other kind of drones. Uh, the one with the one the with the webs. I think that's like this one. Like these guys here, there's the skimmer. The combat chassis of this light drones has been adapted to also house a target painter. I've got a bunch of these guys. They are very light. They are like T1 tanks. Structure 140, armor 180, shield is like paper shield. Damage wise, they are like 30 HP. So this is T1. Get Imperial Navy Acolyte is 20 HP. Is significantly tankier than that one. Doing less damage. Of course, so it's really easy to lose these guys, and they don't. Yeah, I think 1 million. Well, it's not cheap. It's not cheap, and there are also midgets and mega ones, and there are these orb webified drones that are slightly different from this one. They cost like 40 millions. Either if you go for the small one or the medium one, doesn't change a lot. Still 40 million, and if you get to the big one, that costs you 88 million, so double that. So someone is taking its pride in selling the smaller one for 44 million. That's the price for the highest price for drones you can get. I think no, it's way more. Uh, 40 million 600 is like the highest price for any kind of drones around. The augmented acolytes, they make the difference between life and death in business situations. So yeah, I built this ship for especially for my audiences. Where is it? Here's my audiences. I think I think still thinks I suck a big time in with this ship. I have no idea how to fit it. I'm starting to get an idea how to use it. Uh, you just cannot store ship. You cannot store a ship that contains blah blah blah. You cannot store a ship that contains um, I can store a ship that contains drones. I cannot store a ship that contains charges for getting out. Getting out. Wanna see this fit? Where is where is this fit wrong? Just as drones. What's the point? Why can't this be stored? What's wrong with this ship? Because it has drones in the bay that it can be stored? Are you punishing me for this? I don't get it. I can store my Sentinel, no problem here. So that's fine. That's completely fine. Uh, I need to take courage and get around and leave the ship unattended. Maybe in cloak mode, if possible. I still need to learn how to do it. And if it's not possible, I will wait for an update that will make it be possible. Otherwise, I don't want to lose my ship to the force stray cat on the outer route that decided to steal my ship. Alright, folks, this is it for today. And if you thinking that I'm using the super duper Tianjin modules for 30% gain instead of 20% gain, no, I bought them because I wanted to exchange for what I got in these days for something that could work work it out someday in the future. Right. Hopefully the price won't collapse. It's still an officer module, and that's it. So be aware that this is the last moment you can get your this is the last moment you can get your your things if you need them. So also because it's ending, if you get a 3 day weekend, you get all your stuff that you earn this day. I won't be able to get to the day 22 and do 250,000 skills. That doesn't matter. I got enough skills already. I am full of skills unallocated that just needs to be put somewhere in the future. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening to me. This works quits quietly back in business for a couple of days. I got a lot of damage and mobility boosters laying around. Not a lot, but some of them. So it might be a good time to take my Odysseus for a trip around and see whatever. So thanks guys watching me with me this episode, and see you soon. Cheers.